McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y are two contrasting models that describe different assumptions about human behavior and motivation in the workplace. These theories were developed by Douglas McGregor in the 1950s and 1960s and have had a considerable impact on management practices and the study of organizational behavior. Theory X represents a traditional view of direction and control through a centralized structure of organization and a hierarchical chain of command. According to this theory, managers assume that employees dislike work, lack ambition, are self-centered, and resist change. According to Theory X, employees inherently dislike work. They will avoid it if they can and therefore must be coerced, controlled, or threatened with punishment to achieve goals. Employees also lack ambition, have little desire for responsibility, and prefer to be led. Furthermore, they are self-centered and indifferent to organizational needs. Lastly, they resist change. The management style prescribed by Theory X is thus one of tight control and supervision. Managers who adhere to Theory X tend to have a pessimistic view of their employees and believe that they must be closely watched and motivated through external factors like money, punishment, and reward. In contrast, Theory Y offers a more positive and encouraging view of human behavior. It suggests that management should develop the potential of employees and help them to release that potential towards common goals. According to Theory Y, work can be as natural as play or rest. The average person does not inherently dislike work. Depending on controllable conditions, work may be a source of satisfaction or punishment. People will exercise self-direction and self-control in the service of objectives to which they are committed. Commitment to objectives is a function of the rewards associated with their achievement. People will commit to their objectives if they see personal benefit in the outcome. People usually accept and often seek responsibility, a wide range of skills. The average human being learns, under proper conditions, not only to accept but to seek responsibility. Creativity and ingenuity can be used to solve work problems. The intellectual potential of the average human being is only partially utilized under the conditions of modern industrial life. Theory Y managers believe that if employees are provided with the right conditions, most will want to do well at their jobs. They think that the satisfaction of doing a good job is a strong motivation in itself. McGregor's theories are foundational in the study of management and organizational behavior. They highlight the importance of how managers view their employees' motivations and the impact of those views on organizational strategy. Theory X is often seen as a more traditional approach, with Theory Y offering a more modern, participative, and flexible approach to management. McGregor himself believed that Theory Y assumptions were more valid than Theory X, providing a new set of directives for organizational design and leadership. In contemporary management practices, elements of Theory Y have been incorporated into various participative management and leadership styles, including democratic leadership, transformational leadership, and approaches that emphasize employee empowerment and intrinsic motivation. Beyond budgeting is another contemporary management philosophy that advocates for a Theory Y-inspired management style, emphasizing the role of trust and autonomy, the transition towards more flexible work arrangements, and the emphasis on corporate culture reflect McGregor's influence on thinking about how to motivate and manage employees effectively. McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y have been influential in the development of management theories and practices, but they have not been without criticism. Some of the critiques include oversimplification, cultural bias, lack of empirical support, assumption of best fit, and role of individual differences. Oversimplification. Critics argue that McGregor's dichotomy between Theory X and Theory Y oversimplifies human behavior and motivational drivers. People are complex, and their motivations can change based on numerous factors, including personal circumstances, the work environment, and their evolving needs. The reality of workplace motivation is often more nuanced than a binary classification can capture. Cultural bias. McGregor's theories are primarily rooted in Western cultural assumptions about work and motivation. This raises questions about their applicability in different cultural contexts where attitudes towards authority, work, and motivation may differ significantly. For example, In some cultures, the hierarchical and directive approach suggested by Theory X might be more accepted and effective than in Western cultures. Lack of empirical support. While the principles of Theory Y, such as the importance of participative management and intrinsic motivation, have been supported by subsequent research, McGregor's original formulation of the theories was not based on empirical research. Some critics argue that there is a lack of direct empirical evidence supporting the dichotomy as presented by McGregor. Assumption of best fit. The assumption that one theory is inherently better than the other, with a general preference for Theory Y in modern management, may not always hold true. Depending on the organizational context, industry, and specific job functions, the more directive approach of Theory X might be necessary and effective. Critics suggest that a more flexible approach, which adapts elements of both theories based on the situation, might be more appropriate. Change resistance overlooked. While Theory Y advocates for empowering employees and providing them with opportunities for growth and responsibility, it may underestimate the natural resistance to change that can occur in organizations. Implementing Theory Y principles requires significant changes in organizational culture and management practices, which can be met with resistance from both managers and employees accustomed to a more traditional Theory X environment. A contemporary example could be the shift from conventional planning and budgeting to the Theory Y-inspired beyond budgeting approach. This necessitates considerable organizational changes, which may be met with much resistance. Role of individual differences. McGregor's theories do not fully account for individual differences in personality, work style, and motivation. Modern theories of motivation, such as self-determination theory, suggest that individual needs for autonomy, competence, and relatedness can vary widely and influence how people respond to different management styles. Despite these criticisms, McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y have had a lasting impact on management thought, encouraging a shift towards more humane and democratic forms of organizational leadership. They have opened the door for further research into how different approaches to management can motivate employees, improve job satisfaction, and enhance organizational performance. Before you head out, if you found value in today's video, please give it a thumbs up. I'm Dr. Doug Madsen, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's topic or what you'd like to explore next. Just drop a comment below. Wishing you a great day ahead.